Empathy. It's a word we hear a lot. But what does it really mean? Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's about stepping outside of ourselves and into someone else's shoes. When we connect with empathy, we connect with our shared humanity. We build bridges of understanding. Empathy is not about fixing or judging. It's about listening, holding space, and showing up for someone in need. It's about saying, I see you, I hear you, and I'm here with you. Empathy is a powerful force for good. It has the power to transform relationships, communities, and even the world. When we lead with empathy, we create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. In a world that often feels divided, empathy is more important than ever. It's the key to building stronger connections, fostering understanding, and creating a more compassionate world. Empathy is not a one-size-fits-all experience. There are different ways to connect with others on an empathetic level. We can think of empathy as having 3 doors: cognitive, emotional, and compassionate. Each door offers a unique pathway to understanding and connecting with another person's experience. Cognitive empathy is about understanding someone's perspective. It's about seeing the world through their eyes, even if we don't necessarily feel their emotions. Emotional empathy, on the other hand, is about feeling what someone else is feeling. It's about sharing their emotional experience. Compassionate empathy goes a step further. It's about not only understanding and feeling someone's pain, but also feeling moved to help. All 3 types of empathy are important. They work together to create a complete picture of another person's experience. By understanding the different doors of empathy, we can become more skilled at connecting with others in meaningful ways. Empathy is the bedrock of any strong relationship. It's the glue that holds people together. When we feel seen and understood, we feel safe and secure. Trust grows in the fertile ground of empathy. Empathy allows us to communicate more effectively. When we understand where someone is coming from, we can tailor our words and actions accordingly. We can avoid misunderstandings and build stronger connections. Empathy also helps us to forgive. When we can see the world through another person's eyes, it's easier to let go of anger and resentment. Empathy is not always easy. It takes courage to be vulnerable and to truly see another person. But the rewards are immeasurable. When we lead with empathy, we create relationships that are built on trust, understanding, and mutual respect. Empathy is not a passive emotion. It's an active choice we make every day. It's about showing up for the people in our lives and letting them know that they are not alone. Empathy can be as simple as lending a listening ear or offering a kind word. It can be about volunteering our time or donating to a cause we believe in. It's about speaking up against injustice and using our voices to amplify the voices of those who are marginalized. Empathy is about building bridges of understanding between people from different backgrounds, cultures, and walks of life. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and celebrating our differences. When we choose empathy, we choose connection over division, love over fear, and hope over despair. Section 5. The Ripple Effect. How empathy transforms communities. The power of empathy extends far beyond our individual relationships. It has the power to transform communities and create a more just and compassionate world. When empathy flourishes in a community, so does trust. People feel safe to be themselves, to share their stories, and to support one another. Empathy creates a sense of belonging. It reminds us that we are all connected and that we all have something valuable to offer. Communities rooted in empathy are more resilient in the face of challenges. They are better equipped to address social issues, promote equality, and create a more just and equitable society for all. The ripple effects of empathy can be felt across the globe. When we approach global issues with empathy, we are more likely to find solutions that work for everyone. We can build a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Section 6. Nurturing empathy. Cultivating understanding from within. Empathy is not something we are born with or without. It's a skill that can be learned and developed with practice. Like a muscle, empathy grows stronger the more we use it. The first step in nurturing empathy is to cultivate self-compassion. We cannot truly understand and connect with the experiences of others if we are not kind and compassionate toward ourselves. Take time to reflect on your own emotions and experiences. What makes you feel happy, sad, angry, or afraid? The more in touch we are with our own emotions, the better equipped we are to recognize and understand the emotions of others. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to the present moment without judgment. This can help us to become more aware of our own thoughts and feelings, as well as the emotions of those around us. Remember that nurturing empathy is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. Section 7. Active listening. The heart of empathetic communication. Active listening is a cornerstone of empathetic communication. It's about truly hearing and understanding what the other person is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Put away distractions. When someone is sharing something important, give them your full attention. Put down your phone, turn off the TV, and make eye contact. Listen without interrupting. Let the other person finish their thoughts and feelings before sharing your own. Reflect back what you hear. Use phrases like, "What I hear you saying is," or "It sounds like you're feeling," to show that you are listening and that you understand. Ask clarifying questions. If something is unclear, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. This shows that you are engaged and that you want to understand. Section 8. Stepping into their shoes. Perspective taking for deeper connection. Perspective taking is another powerful tool for building empathy. It's about trying to see the world through the other person's eyes, even if you don't agree with their perspective. Imagine yourself in their situation. What might they be thinking and feeling? What experiences might have shaped their perspective? Challenge your own biases. We all have biases, but it's important to be aware of them and to challenge them when they arise. Ask yourself if your own experiences or beliefs are influencing your perspective. Remember that everyone's experience is valid. Just because someone sees the world differently than you do, doesn't mean that their perspective is wrong. Section 9. Empathy in a diverse world. Bridging cultural divides. In an increasingly interconnected world, empathy is essential for bridging cultural divides and fostering understanding between people from different backgrounds. Be curious about other cultures. Learn about different customs, traditions, and beliefs. Be respectful of differences. Recognize that what might seem strange or unusual to you might be perfectly normal in another culture. Challenge your own assumptions. We all make assumptions about people based on their culture. But it's important to challenge these assumptions and to get to know people as individuals. Remember that diversity is a strength. When we embrace our differences and approach each other with empathy, we create a richer and more vibrant world. Section 10. A call to action. Making empathy a daily practice. Empathy is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a choice we make every day to show up for ourselves and for others with open hearts and open minds. Start small. You don't have to make grand gestures to make a difference. Practice empathy in your everyday interactions. Smile at a stranger, offer a helping hand, or simply listen with your full attention. Make empathy a non-negotiable. In your relationships, your work, and your community, make empathy a guiding principle. The world needs more empathy. Let's make it a daily practice. Together, we can create a kinder, more compassionate world, one empathetic interaction at a time.